Hello and welcome back to Eclipse RP. So today I have a pretty short video for you today, hopefully. But this video is going to be going over the recent update on Eclipse. It just came out today. Well, actually, this video will probably be posted the next day. But it came out on the 28th. So basically, it's not a huge update, but it does add and change a lot on the server. So I did want to make a quick video on it. Hopefully this video is not going to be too long. But to start off, I'll put the changelog on screen right now. But some of the major things is that they added a whole new apartment and apartment garage system, which again we will check out in just a second. They also changed the Polito car market from over in this area, I believe it was, to over into a much larger parking lot. So there's a lot more cars that are going to be stored there. It really makes the car market feel a lot less cluttered, which I thought was a really good change. They did change some stuff to the credit store and for the pets, which we'll go off on a little bit later. Again, nothing really big for the credit store, although they did add purchasable pets with money, which I think is fine. I don't see any problem with this at all. Again, I really hate the vehicles that you can buy. I don't think they changed too much with the vehicles, although the big thing is they did add the Issy Sport to the store, which is one of my favorite cars. So unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to be able ever to buy an Issy Sport in-game, which kind of sucks, but it is whatever. So the next part is for the pets. They did add different color variations, as well as change some of the prices, which we will check out in a little bit. Hopefully we didn't waste all our money on a pet, and hopefully they're more expensive and not less expensive. We'll check that out in a little bit as well. But some of the major things in this update include the laptop orders for weapons, which changed completely, or in my opinion, changed completely. I think this will really change a lot of the server. So basically, originally, or how it was currently, is that when you import weapons, you are given a location, and then your gang has to go to that location, pick up the weapons. It can be anywhere. I think there's one over here. There's one over here. They're kind of all around the map in random spots. I'm not exactly sure all of them, but they did add 14 more pickup points onto the map for these weapon drop-offs. So your gangs are going to have to learn a lot more new spots that they have to go and how to protect them. And the biggest part of this whole entire update, in my opinion, even though it may be overlooked, is that there is now an added chance for other criminal gangs to be informed when one gang makes a weapons order. Now again, I'm not exactly sure how this works exactly. They didn't really go into it too much, but apparently there's a chance for other gangs to somehow find out, which I think will be really interesting because it makes smaller gangs and other non-official gangs able to purchase these heavy weapons, or not able to purchase, but able to steal these heavy weapons. Oh damn it, there's an Issy Sport. I really want one. But now these smaller gangs have a chance to kind of fight these larger gangs and try and steal.
Nice energy, by the way.
Thank you, man. I like this. But now these one second. Alright, so as I was saying, also damn, I really wish we were able to get an LG without having to spend IRL money. Kind of dumb that we can't do that without spending like 2.4 million, I think it is. But enough getting sidetracked. So there is the added chance for other criminal gangs to be able to get a notification or somehow when other gangs are importing weapons or doing any shipments of any kind. So again, this allows smaller gangs to have a chance to fight these larger gangs for heavy weapons shipments, and should really add to some cool RP. So the only way to get heavies is not buying it from gangs. Now you can actually steal it. I think this is a really great change, and really changes a lot of the server and really improves it. So another big change is that they changed the whole entire UI, or at least some of it, apparently they called it the world interaction system, I believe, for different objects. So again, we'll go with the car now to kind of give you guys a sense of how it works. So we have a couple different things. We have, again, the handle, the trunk, all that stuff like that, the bonnet. But you're able to interact with these in basically new ways now. So now, instead of hitting O to open up your trunk, when you're basically near any of these interaction menus, a little cursor will pop up, or a little crosshair, and if you mouse over it, you're able to hit E and open them and close them like that now. Again, the same thing with the doors. If you mouse over it and hit E, you can open and close them. Trunk, open and close, although I'm not sure how to search the trunk yet. But you can still open and close it with these kind of new features, which is pretty interesting. I think he noticed that I was doing that. But it's definitely interesting. I think although the O menu, or the O to open stuff, was a lot easier, this is a lot cleaner, and I think it looks a lot more professional. So I think this is a good change, even though it is a little bit annoying. But I think it was a really good change to, yeah, Andrew noticed. I think it was a really good change that they added for the world interactions. But next, we're going to go to the car market, because the interactions over there I don't think are really up top. I also did want to check out, because apparently now, if you drop a bag, instead of hitting I to open it, you have to hit E to pick it up. Nope, I have no idea. Scroll? Oh, it's a mouse wheel. That is actually really intuitive. That is really nice. So if I want to search it, I scroll, hit E, and I can search it. That is actually really nice. So you apparently use the scroll wheel while you're over the, or moused over the option to change the option. That is actually really nice. So I'm guessing again with the trunk, can we search it while it's closed? I'm guessing it's not going to let us. No. So if we open it, we scroll down, search. That is really cool. Alright, that's a really cool addition. I think that's the interaction menu is super clean with this. I think it's so much nicer than having O and I and all these different buttons. Now you just have one button to do everything, and you can scroll to change the different options. I think that's really cool. Again, I don't know why I'm getting in my car, because I want to show you guys the apartments next. So recently they added a bunch of apartment buildings around the map. There's one here, one here, one here, one up here, and then one down here. I will check them all to see if there's different prices, but I'm pretty sure all of the prices are the same, which again is very, very expensive. So if we hit E over here, we can see there's a bunch of apartments for sale. They're all 2.5 mil, which is super expensive, but I'll show you guys what these look like. But this really just adds a bunch of new houses onto the server, because apparently the server is, full with all the actual houses on the map are sold out. So this kind of adds some new ones without having to get rid of old houses or create your own, which is pretty interesting. So again, if we go over to here, open the door. They have really nice interiors. Again, they should be really nice interiors if you're going to be paying 2.5 mil for them. But I do believe you also get a garage. I'm not exactly sure how many cars you can store in the garage, but these interiors are really cool. I'm pretty sure this is a whole custom interior, if I'm not wrong. If I am, you can correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure this is a whole custom interior created by the Eclipse mapping team, or whoever they do it. And it's actually synced out to the right spot on the map, which is really nice. But that's pretty much it for the apartments. Again, you do get some storage or some garage space with these. Again, you can also move to different garages through this menu if you have a friend on a different floor you want to visit or stuff like that. And then you also have enter an apartment number, which again you can just another way to go to a different apartment or to leave. And then the last thing is again this garage and these garages all the way around, which if you own an apartment you can store vehicles in. We just lost connection, so I will be back in 1 second. Alright, so we are back again. Sorry about that. But again, I want to go check first of all if you are able to buy apartments for a different amount of money. Server restart in 15 minutes as well. Sweet, everything's going my way it seems. So again, we're gonna go test out another apartment and see if they're all the same price, because I'm curious. I'm gonna guess they're all the same price, but let's go test out and see as well. Update includes stability, so maybe there's some more stuff as well with that. But we're gonna go over to another one of these apartment buildings and see how much the prices is, if they're all 2.5 mil, or what prices it is for each apartment. So let's go check that out right now. Alrighty, so we are at another apartment, and geez, there's a lot of people. So let's check how much these ones sell for. If we can get in. Maybe? Hello?
It's the furthest door.
Oh, thank you. Alright, yeah, it looks like they're all 2.5 mil. Alright, that's good to know. Alright, also, if you guys are coming to this one, it's the right door. Don't be like me and not know which door it is. So I think next, after the, probably after the restart, we're going to be heading over to, first of all, the pet market. Check out the new colors and different new pets that were added, as well as the price changes. And then, I think we're going to head up to the car market. I'm going to show you guys the new interactions for the car sales, and as well as the new location for it. So I will see you guys once we are at that pet store, I think probably after the server restarts. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, so we're back after the restart, and we're at the animal store, which again is located on Route 68 at this little blue store. So let's see what the new pets are. Oh wait, I keep forgetting about the new menus. Alright, so again, it's there, access or manage, which I believe we can only access because we don't own it. Alright, so where's the one that we bought? Because I believe... Oh, okay, so one we bought was like 40k, and now it's 80k, I believe. So that's nice. We got it for half the price of what it is now. They have a bunch of different prices. Oh, they have a rat. We need to get the rat from, I don't know if you guys remember from the old streams with Bob Burger. We used to hunt rats and a bunch of stuff. It was always fun, but I need to buy that at some point. That looks like a fun pet to have. Actually, you know what? We're going to purchase the rat right now. Where is he? There it is. Okay, we got to buy that right now. There we go. Pet 2. Where is he? Look at, now we got a little rat. Alright, worth it. Alright, so next up on the agenda is going to be the new, or the moved, I guess, store up in Paleto, or the car lot up in Paleto. So we're going to go up there, check it out, and show you guys how the new UI works for the used car market, which is, I don't know, I think it could have been a little bit better, but it definitely is interesting. They also did add the two new stores, I believe, in Paleto a little while ago to auction, and they were sold. That's also pretty interesting. One of them, I believe, was this general store and this general store, if I remember, but that's probably wrong because I have bad memory. But we're going to go check those out and see how they are. But on the way over there, we're also going to talk a little bit about some of the other changes. So one of the main changes is with the, what is it called? The vehicles. So now apparently you can check the mileage on a vehicle. I'm not exactly sure if this is, let's actually see. 31 kilometers. Alright, so this is just after the update how many miles. So if I go like a little bit more, do it again, has a little bit more. Alright, so that's interesting. So now you can kind of see how much a car has been used. Again, it's going to be pretty much since this update though, how much a car has been used. So also weapons or melee weapons now don't have a serial number attached to them, which again I think makes perfect sense. It's not a gigantic change, but it is a decent change. Let's quickly hang up on Mr. Tony Baboni for a quick second here. They also changed the dismantle event, or dismantle vent command for dismantling ventilators, which you can now do. A couple other changes for the drugs. Now you cannot dismantle a table if the table is not cold as well. On the MDC, which is the kind of criminal or PD lookup thing, so you can kind of see people's charges, see what they are, see who they are, all that stuff, can only be searched through your character name, which I think is a lot better right now, because before cops were kind of, I mean, I'm not accusing any cops of doing it, but hypothetically cops would be able to go past you, see your ID, and then look up your ID on the MDC instead of actually knowing your name and doing it that way, which did lead to some weird metagaming stuff, but unfortunately, or fortunately, that has been changed. But we're going to go head up to the new used car market, and I will meet you guys once we get over there. Alright, so just a couple other things that I failed to mention earlier. So with those apartments, you can actually get different interiors for them. I don't know what is up with all this roadkill. I'm not exactly sure how the apartment interiors work, but I believe there are different ones that was in the changelog as well. They also have pets in the credit store now, which I have no problem with at all. I feel like this is probably one of the best ways to support the server without giving you an in-game advantage. They have a bunch of them. They have the desert coyote, terrier, mountain lion, poodle, border collie, husky, coyote. Yeah, and then we're back to the cute terrier. And they also did add a bunch of new cars into the credit store, which again, I hate that there's cars in the credit store. For some reason, it's not letting me see them right now. But there are vehicles in the credit store. Some new ones. They added the Issue Sport, which I really am a little annoyed at because that is one of my favorite cars in GTA. So it kind of sucks that it was unfortunately only for credits, which again, I've never spent credits and I probably won't ever. But unfortunately, that is in the credit store now, or fortunately, depending on if you want to buy them or not. That's going to be pretty much it, besides the melee weapon changes, which is basically just melee weapons don't have serial numbers anymore. But that's pretty much it. I think I mentioned the serial number thing actually a bit earlier. But let's check out this new used car market, and I want to show you guys the interaction menu for it because it's very different. I'm not really sure if I like it too much because it's kind of a pain to check car prices, but I guess it adds a little bit more RP to it at least. Oh jeez, I'm seeing these Issue Sports everywhere. I miss them because I have one on Mafia and that's one of my favorite cars, but unfortunately we're not going to be spending any IRL money for it. But let's go check some of these out and show you guys how the interaction menu works. So now, before there used to be all the prices of the cars above, so you could just drive through and see all the prices, but now you have to get out of your car, interact with players a little bit more, talk to some people. So I think it's a little bit better for RP, but it's a little less convenient. So now you have to walk up to the car, and then put your mouse over it again, hit E, and it will give you the price of the car now. Instead of having it just over the car, you have to walk up to it again, find the market thing, mouse over it, and then hit check price. And that's basically the change for the car market. It's definitely interesting. I'm not exactly sure if I like it, but I kind of do like how there's all now these people walking around instead of just cars driving around. It makes it a lot more immersive, and in my opinion, a little bit better. I kind of like it, although it is a little bit more annoying. But I think that is going to be pretty much it. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like. Now again, I wanted to make this video as fast as possible and not have it super long. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this kind of quick update video. I tried to put in all the stuff. Again, I will put in the changelog at the beginning of the video for quite a while, as well as a link to the full changelog in the description. So if you want to check it out, go in the description, check that out. But I think that's going to be about it for now. Next up, I believe we're going to be hanging with some different gangs, specifically the Dojinkai, probably a couple other ones, possibly Crimson Syndicate, since Tony's in that and I usually have a lot of fun with him. But either way, I will see you in whatever the next video tends to be. But hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, and if you want to, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.